All right, so in our Grow With Me series, we got the lemon tree going, and we'll be tracking the progress on the lime tree going, and we'll be tracking the progress on that. And today, this is really gross because of all of the shoots, but we're going to be harvesting these sweet potatoes. They look really gross, but we needed some growth out of them. Now, normally, so we're gonna do is sit these in water for about 30 days, and then we're going to plant them, and we're going to try and get some shoots to grow from them. So normally with this type of potato, we want the pointy end up, but since there's already growth coming out of the bottom end, we'll plant it this way, and maybe down the line we'll cut them. So we're going to pour these in a cup of water, and we're going to utilize these toothpicks, and let's get it going. So we just want we want to make sure we have at least like half of the potatoes soaked in the water. And then we want to make sure that we change our water. I don't even need these toothpicks, to be honest, but just to keep the potato from moving, we'll use these, because you see it kind of slips over. So that'll keep it stationary. We hope it'll keep it stationary. Let's do one more. Let's get some water in here. And you could probably use tap water for this depending upon where you live. But I live somewhere where our tap water is like we have baking soda at the bottom of it. So this one, again, this is normally the top, but we're gonna put it in there upside down since we already got some growth here. And these look pretty gross, but hey, it's about making sure that you have food growing to feed your family. Now, I normally try and plant things that are like alkaline in nature, and sweet potatoes are not alkaline, but they are better than a white potato, and they will keep you full. We'll do a time-lapse video for this one just to track the progress. And remember, we want to be changing our water every 2 or 3 days. But again, if there's a grits hit the fan scenario, you're not caring about what's alkaline, what's acidic, you just need food. So we're gonna be making sure that we are growing all the food that we need. So we're gonna sit these here, well maybe not here, and we will track the growth and to make sure that we're growing some shoots, because the shoots will be what we plant. This one we may cut in half and do a third cup because it's upside down, but let's see how it goes. And we'll go out the process of changing out the water. We'll kind of time stamp the dates, and we'll go all the way up until planting them in the dirt, because remember, the goal is to be able to grow your own food from anything and be able to feed you and your family in case of a grits hit the pan scenario. All right, so we'll check back in about 3 days when it's time to change the water. All right, so it has been 3 days. We're gonna change the water out. Couple of things. Of course, we got a late start. This one was sprouting on the opposite end, but we wanna have at least like half of the potato soaking in potato soaking in water. So these cups kind of aren't sufficient enough, and I really feel bad because this potato is already kind of old, and we don't want it to rot out. And then I'm taking out these skewers and putting it like a little bit higher up, so I'm hoping that the water doesn't get in there and like start forcing the potato to rot out. So maybe I'll just watch the water level. But yeah, we want to have like at least half of the potato in water. So let me see. and we want to make sure that we are changing the water every 2 to 3 days. So hopefully this won't like shock the potato or make it extra rot. But look, we're getting slips already, so that's a good sign. That is a very good sign. And with this one, it's like at the halfway point, so I don't really need to move the skewers on this one. So maybe it'll have a better chance. And maybe because it was already halfway soaking, that's why we already have some slips growing. But that's pretty exciting to see some progress, because to be honest, since I had let the potatoes sit for a while, I really thought that like maybe it was too late, but that's a good sign. So we're just gonna keep doing this and see where we go. Hopefully we'll check in instead of doing it a water change in 3 days. We'll do the next one in 2 days. But I'm pretty excited. I'm not like the king, know-all professional farmer growing stuff. I have a buddy named Ken that is, so maybe we'll get him on once we get things rocking and rolling. But I appreciate you guys going with me during this grow with me journey with these sweet potatoes. So let's see how we look in a couple more days. We're gonna sit them in the windowsill so they can get some more sun. I'm here next to my mom's picture. Maybe she can send them some energy. Let me stop that. But we'll keep measuring our progress and see how we go, and you'll see us on the next check-in on this video. All right, so we are doing a quick update on these sweet potatoes. They've been in the windowsill, been changing out the water. So I'm about to do another water change, so I figured I'll film an update. So right now we are at 2 weeks and 3 days. I was thinking like maybe at the 2-month mark, I'd put them in some dirt, but we're almost already there. I mean, we got slips, we've got a root system, it's vining up, and this one wasn't growing at all. So I don't know what I was gonna do. And this one is growing unbelievably. Like I'm probably gonna have to plant this, like this one's like already ready to go into the ground. So as you can see, we have a decent root system. This big one, I may cut in half and then let the top half soak, the bottom half soak, because it's not a lot of room and it's really hard finding bigger cups. I don't want to use a vase or anything. And I mean, this one, it's almost ready to plant, or I may just detach it. I wanted to let it grow on the potatoes so it could the potato could be like a sponge or a conductor for all the nutrients to get into the plant, because I think it'll do better attached versus detached. But we'll see, because we are running out of room. So I gotta do some doctoring to this one, but all right, I'm gonna give it a water change and let's see how we are looking. And maybe by the next check-in, this may be in the dirt, although I doubt it. And this one may be cut in half, but as you can see, it is growing like crazy. So we'll see at the next check-in. We're doing one more check-in. As you can see, these 2 little potatoes that we started out with are all over the place. They are coming all out. They're all over the little statue people eating their watermelon. So I'm just gonna grab 2 of these. Excuse the noise in the background. We are warming up food. Oh, he's so long, he's bringing his friends with him. So as you can see, like I had to detach them from the potatoes. Let's move these limes. And it's only been like 3 weeks. I started these July 22nd. It is now today, August 14th. So maybe a day under 3 weeks. And they already have like a huge root system. Like I'm not gonna be buying bigger glasses just to keep storing these. As you can see, like it's wilting a little because they are ready to like go in the ground. So I'm gonna be planting these tomorrow. But I just wanted you to see like all this growth. We have like 8 or 9 cups and they are long, like whip long. So we're gonna be throwing them in go. We're gonna be throwing them in some dirt tomorrow, and we'll go along with that journey, and we'll see where it takes us. So today is going in the dirt day. As you can see, she is long. And mind you, these came off of a potato, like, actually we just started with the potato like 3 weeks ago. You see that root system? So these slips are definitely ready to go into some dirt. So we're gonna be planting today. I mean, we have like several cups just off of, I mean, look at these long root systems. This is just 3 weeks. Like, I just started spudding the potatoes like 3 weeks. So she's growing good. They're going in the dirt today. So what we're gonna be dealing with, I already know people don't like Miracle Grow. But anyway, this is the organic formula. So we have several tubs of this dirt. We have our wood barrel, our whiskey barrel, actually. We got some cow dung, good old cow dung. The return of the organic banana peels. Use the bananas in your smoothies or whatever. Cut up the peels. And we have some coffee grounds. I'm not putting the coffee filter in there, just the grounds. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna start dirting this up. I'm not gonna film me putting all the dirt and all the manure and everything else in here because you guys have saw me do that plenty of times. We'll come back when we're ready to put like the first slip in there and then water them. And we are gonna be watering them using the hose today because the regular little filter isn't gonna get them because we don't want them to go into shock, taking their root system from being in water for the past 3 weeks to putting them straight in dry dirt. So we're gonna water this mug until she's just leaking everywhere. So let me get started and we'll check back in when it's time to put her in the ground. So we're about to put her in the dirt. If you see me all covered up, even though it's 1,000,000 degrees, some of us get devoured by mosquitoes no matter what you spray on, especially type O, they're coming. That's why the candle's burning, natural sprays on, but we're dealing with water too, it happens. So she's gonna go in. As you can see down in the dirt, I kind of have it on a hill. It's on the hill because this is gonna, traipse up. So what you'll do is put like a trellis or something behind it where you can like let her grow on. So she's on the hill because we're gonna open out her roots. She's got a lot of roots. And the hope is that each one of these is gonna give us a potato. Excuse me. Voice is all messed up. Allergies are torn apart. But anyway, we're gonna spread her out like really nicely. You wanna spread out these roots. You don't want them too close together because hopefully, again, each one of these will produce a potato. So I'm gonna spread them out even more, but I just wanted you to see that part. I'm not gonna film all of this, but like this will be on the hill so I can mount her upward on a like a trellis. And then I'm just gonna throw dirt on top of where it's spread out. So I'm gonna do that with each and every last one of our plants. But I'm not gonna show that because again, it's just putting them in dirt. And once we have it covered, I'm gonna wet this thoroughly. I mean, thoroughly. I'm gonna use the hose this time, again, because she's used to being in water and we don't want her to go into shock. So I'm gonna do this with all of them. I'm gonna pile on the dirt, and the next check-in will be probably when it's time to start pulling them up to see how she does. They say like anywhere between 60 to 120 days, so roughly 90 days. So she did really well. I mean, she grew super fast just being in the mason jar. So let's see how she does. Getting bit all in the face. If you see little white things on my face, that's an old family trick. You get a bite, rub it with some alcohol, and put a dab of Noxzema on it. But hey, it works for me. But again, we'll check back in, see how she's doing, and I'll keep you updated periodically. Thanks for tuning in.